God's sake, this game. Look, I said this game was good. I didn't say this game was perfect.
Pain is exquisite. I commend you.
Like, but yeah, quite a lot of the games are either very simple, very short, or just don't have a lot to them outside of one core mechanic.
Well, they have a lot of their games have a lot of focus. Especially Dota 2. Some people have died playing that shit.
Oh,
You don't know what Dota is, do you?
I'm sure I've heard of it. The name is familiar, but I don't think I've seen any of the actual gameplay.
It's that ridiculous. It's that ridiculous MOBA. And like, okay, look, I got nothing against MOBAs. Like, I play League of Legends, so I'm not really in any place to talk. But from the deepest, bottomest part of my heart, fuck those shitty MOBAs, their shitty mechanics, their shitty pay-to-win systems, their shitty champions, their shitty updates, their shitty game times, their shitty toxic player bases, their shitty everything. Fucking hate MOBAs, they're so awful. Why do I
So
play
I
them?
take it you don't like them.
Honestly, it genuinely infuriates me sometimes. Those MOBAs. They are, I swear, they are literally designed for like autistic degenerates, and I don't even like mean that in an insulting way. I genuinely think that it's designed for that very particular mindset. The kind of people who enjoy making spreadsheets out of stuff that really doesn't require one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. Like when you got like card game like Yu-Gi-Oh, and people make spreadsheets to like figure out their optimal like deck and stuff. That level of autism.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I was thinking because one of my friends actually for Animal Crossing had made a couple of spreadsheets just for.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
But like,
Exquisite.
this is because there are 3 of us playing it, so like we're keeping track of all the fossils we've got. So if anyone's got duplicates that someone else doesn't have, then we
Okay,
can.
no, that's
do that.
that's different. That's like it's almost like a shopping list.
To hurt you.
Yeah, that's so we can help each other out. I could not see the fun in someone doing that just for themselves.
Some people really like it. They love crunching those numbers. They love seeing it go up. And I only call it autistic just because it's a very common thing to see in autistic people. They are very, very good with databases. Well, typically anyway. Oh, I lost a lot of damage there. Oh, don't cinematic me now. But yeah, oh, Animal Crossing, give us an update on that.
I don't think there's been anything new since Red came along. He's
Oh, the hair came off!
oh, he's crazy red, isn't he? Some people like him, other people recognize him for the dirty con man he is. I wouldn't give him any of my money, except I have to because that's the only way to get art in that game.
What's your beef with Red? He's a cool dude. Ah!
Didn't I already tell you he's a dirty con man?
Yeah, so's Reagan, but we love him.
Yeah, but Reagan's an endearing dirty con man.
And he is sexy as fuck.
Red is just the worst.
Oh, Daddy Reagan.
Yep.
I made you stop in your tracks.
I mean, the animators at Studio Bones certainly seem to think so.
Reagan appears Studio Bone staff heavy breathing. I swear I saw an interview where even like the women at Bones found it weird how often the men were animating Reagan so hot. Like that they were like, "Oh, I'm not complaining, but ooh." Oh yeah, that guy right there. That's an important character. Spoiler alert, that's us. Uh. Oh yeah, I neglected to say, but I skipped the entire. Well, it was implied, but I skipped the entire opening sequence for the sake of expediency. But this lady was the one attacking our ship, and you see how her bum's pretty much exposed?
Well, not right now, because that's just the angle, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay, like you can see it right there.
Yeah, I see it now.
But it's... Okay, here's the thing, it's even worse in the FMV. Oh shit. In the FMV, it doesn't look like that, it looks almost like a thong. And
Oh, no.
your first introduction to her is oh, why are you lagging now? And your first introduction to her is like just watching her bum wiggle its way up a staircase. Like literally, like her bum and her lower back, that's all you see as it just sort of goes up the stairs. And it's like, well, this is kind of setting the tone for the whole game, isn't it? Man, this boss fight's a lot easier than I remember. Unless there's a second phase that I'm misremembering. So no news and reviews and nothing new regarding Animal Crossing.
Not at the moment, no.
God damn it!
I'm currently trying to get to 5 stars on my island. At the moment, I am on 4 stars.
Only 4?
Yeah, Isabel has told me that I need to grow more flowers, and because I don't want to time travel, that means waiting until tomorrow.
I can't believe. I honestly, I cannot believe that no one I know is time traveling in that game. Like that was all I did. Like I'd be in the summer in February, I'd be in the winter in October. It'd be like, it'd be 10 in the morning when it was like midnight. Oh. Whoa.
That's not something you want to.
I am rewinding that. You took a ton of damage off of me.
That's not something you want to admit. The Animal Crossing fandom is scary when it comes to time traveling. Like I've seen people
who cares?
wishing death upon time travelers.
Oh yeah, but that's obviously like one nutter. It's not like the whole community, is it?
I certainly hope not.
The one thing that does bug me about the community is the way Isabel's treated, because like Woo!
What happened there?
I just got impaled.
Oh. Yeah, Isabel is a bit. I mean, I do like her. She is.
Do you know that Doom and Animal Crossing come out on the same day? We're gonna make Isabel have a shotgun, and it's gonna be funny. And it was funny until they did it 10 more times. And then they did it 100 more times, and then they did it 1,000 more times, and then they did it constantly for a fucking year.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, have it.
I do enjoy the idea of her being best friends with the Doom guy, just because, you know, that was the thing with the Doom Twitter account. It's just amusing. But, like, you know.
I feel like the Animal Crossing community just goes over the top with absolutely everything.
Yeah, it's not something to actually take seriously.
I remember when someone found that like infomercial or something where Isabel says that she likes a drink of whiskey, and then everybody like just turned Isabel into an alcoholic because of it.
Yeah, there was a thing about she has a drink next to her when she's doing the announcements, and my brother will not stop insisting that she's got like scotch on the rocks or something there.
Is there any ice in the drink?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to question if he knew his bartending. Wow, those blocks don't look conveniently placed for me to climb on. Man, I love these old PS2 graphics. Actually, one thing that is amusing to me in this game is just how determined the prince is to just look miserable. I love those sort of like angry male protagonists, like the Kratos is, which is understandable because he's the god of war and his family was killed, so that's understandable. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that these people are just and Just Cause 2 protagonists, just that look, they're determined to be utterly miserable. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in. It's like you could
Editing.
you could have him be like at a strip club and some hookers shaking her ass in front of his face, and he's just like, oh, don't want a beer.
And then Polygon says it's because he's gay.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Because that's how
What's
Polygon
this in reference to?
There's something about apparently they made
Oh no!
they'd written an article because there's references to characters in Animal Crossing apparently being in a relationship, but you know, it's kept vague so Nintendo can still appeal to countries that don't like that. And basically Polygon said, these characters are gay, deal with it.
Oh, they're one of those get over it types.
Yeah.
Gotta love those people. I remembered a few years ago seeing like a weird news article about I never actually read it, but I just remembered the title being Samus is trans, get over it, or something like that. Thinking back on it, I probably should have read that article, because if you can like presuppose that Samus is trans, I absolutely would love to hear your argument for it. Because like, if for anyone who doesn't know anything about Samus, she was a little girl who had her parents killed by a brain, and then was raised by androgynous bird people. I wouldn't have thought that something for a galactic bounty hunter like that, her gender would have been something that came up. Although, Metroid has proven me wrong, because, well, I say recent entries, some of the last mainline series entries did pull the gender thing. Like, I was playing Metroid Fusion the other day, and that got pretty confusing at times. Besides the fact that she monologues to herself constantly like she's a character in Yick, she does not stop banging on about her former commander, Adam Malkovich, and the first thing we're known about old Adam Malkovich is that oh no. The one thing we're told about Adam Malkovich to begin with is that he always used to refer to her as Lady. And contrary to what you might think would be the case, she actually viewed it as a sign of respect. And it just came across to me as this is very obviously written by a man who has no idea what women find respectful or not. Although I say it was written by I say it was written by a man. It was the same man who wrote the Other M script, and oh jeez, I just don't think this guy knows how a human being behaves in general. Because I don't know why, but when given the opportunity to make Samus talk, he does nothing but make her monologue endlessly. God damn it! I remember seeing it was towards the end of the game. She was monologuing to herself again in a sort of crisis situation, and I think of the 4 sentences that she spoke, 3 of them started with "I must." And I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you see "I must do this, I must do this, I must do this," like literally one after the other constantly, it's like, did you even freaking proofread this? It very much comes across as just word vomit. And it's like, I would...
So, like, they wanted to have her talk, but they were also thinking,
Well, I don't
how
think
do
they knew
people
how to
work?
make her speak, since she's mostly alone, so all she really does is monologue to herself, and it's like, I'm not really interested in a monologue. If you're gonna, like, talk, then, like, talk, but don't tell me everything you're thinking. Like, I don't... It's... There's no character to it. And it just... Oh, it really reminds me of Yik when I was playing it, if you know what Yik is.
I do not know about that.
Otherwise known as Y2K. Oh, there's four of
I've
them!
heard of that, but
Have you not heard anything about Yik?
I don't think so. Unless I have heard of it, and the only thing I'm forgetting is the name.
It's a postmodern RPG or some shit like that. God, I'm just gonna mash buttons until I win. Ah! But yeah, Yik is... Oh, it's a good experience.
Better experience than this.
It's a good tool on how not to write. Oh, there we go. That's how I'm supposed to take him out. Come on, come on, come get some. Hey, she knows how to dodge. Gotcha.
Well, hey,
Yeah, Yik's a weird one. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to do something with this? Ooh, up here. Alright, I'll continue. Yeah, Yik is a great one. It's nothing but the main... A lot of the game is just the main character monologuing to himself, and it can get quite funny. Because after every time somebody does something, he normally is just all like... As we did blank, I started to wonder about blah 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 blah, and it's like, oh my god, please, stop. I think the best line in the whole game was the elevator moved vibrating with motion or something like that.
what?
Yeah, like the dude used like three words to three words to describe the same thing. That's sort of a general inclination of what the rest of the game's writing quality is like. The game did get into a bit of controversy over one of its major plot points. Essentially, I'm pretty sure the plot just becomes something completely different towards the end of the game. Because, like, I don't really remember much of it, but I remember that the beginning didn't really correlate much to the end. But the beginning is that you go into this weird other dimension, and you find this girl called Sammy, and what happened is she went missing in a case that was directly inspired by Lisa Lam, if you know who she is.
I've heard the name.
She was that girl that went missing because went missing and was found in a water tank.
Oh, the thing with the strange video of her in
Yes,
the elevator.
yes, the very same. Wait, did I do something right or wrong? Man, what's with the random lagging? Oh boy, this is fun. I don't know if I missed something, but as far as I can tell, this is a guessing game.
So one of those things where it's a specific order.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, there we go. The game has a sort of time travel mechanic where things just kinda go back and forth between the future and the present. Or the past, I would say. No, yeah, the past and the present. Because it. Oh wait, I probably should have read what that. Ah.
Eye of the Storm, button 2.
Okay. I hate this about early PC gaming. What the hell does button 2 mean? What is wrong with you, game? What is wrong with you? What does button 2 mean?
Developers explain.
I'm just going to assume that's button 2. Yeah. I honestly, what would be your opinion on it? On the whole basing a character off of something like that? Because honestly, as long as it's handled in like some kind of respectful manner, I really don't see what the big issue
I
is.
think it's very dependent on the way it's handled. Like, if you handle it tastefully, then, you know, go for it. But if you don't know what you're doing, then I would steer clear.
Because, like, I do think they handled it, like, fine enough. I don't think it was overly terrible or anything. There we go. So you do slow down time in this one. But yeah, I just remembered it getting into a lot of controversy,
I
and
guess it
my
would be-
favorite part is that Toby Fox actually did a soundtrack for the game and posted his support of the game. But when that controversy came out, like, he deleted his post, and I was like, ah, good to know indie devs have got each other's. Good to know indie devs have got each other's backs. Ah, that's the Dahaka.
I mean, like, as well, you,
Okay,
like,
wait.
you have
This guy. Alright, this is one of the main reasons why I love the game. He is awesome. That guy right there will chase you down at certain points in the game, and it leads you to some of those, oh fuck, I gotta run platforming moments, and it is great. I never actually told you this, but the plot of this game is basically, because we open the Sands of Time... because we open the Sands...
Speaking of Sands of Time.
Yeah, because we opened the Sands of Time in the first game, there is now this creature called the Dahaka, which is like the guardian of the sands, and it hunts down and takes the life of whoever opened the sands. And the prince is like, wait, whoa, I did not sign up to this. I do not want to die. And he's just like, well...
So that's why he's determined to look miserable.
Yeah, and the guy's just like, well, there's nothing you can do about it. It's like, hold on a minute. If I go to where the Sands of Time came from, and I make it so the Sands of Time never existed, then the Dahaka won't want to kill me, because I couldn't have opened the Sands of Time because the Sands of Time don't exist. And the guy's like, I mean, yeah, in theory, but and he's like, right, I'm off. And he's like,
That sounds incredibly convoluted.
well, it's not that convoluted. It does sound a bit silly because he's like, wait, if the Dahaka's chasing me because I opened the Sands of Time, what if I make it so the Sands of Time never existed? Then the Dahaka will have no reason to chase me.
Amazing.
It's pretty good stuff. Hiya!
But, like,
But yeah, go on.
yeah, the thing about handling cases like that. I mean,
I'll give you
kind of on a larger scale. You have multitudes of games about the Titanic, and, like all those people died in that, but like that's not controversial because I don't know, it's been done since before games were really all that popular.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Wait, hold on. I've got an idea. Fight.
Lest we
Hold on.
forget
And
Titanic.
did I throw you off the edge? No, I didn't. But I can execute you. Oh no!
Oh, death before dishonor.
I call myself a man. Have you seen those biceps? Yes, I did it. I mean, I can point to an example that is very disrespectful. The Michael Bay movie Pain and Gain. Absolutely god-awful movie, based on a true story, like an actual true story. Completely fudges the events, makes the criminals out to be sympathetic, And I think, like, the people that made the film probably didn't really care all that much about how they were representing stuff. Because when when they were confronted about, well, why did you try to make these villains look sympathetic? It's just like, hey, we're just going off like the facts, the facts of the story, like whether or not they're sympathetic, like that's not objective. That's just our subjective opinion. And I'm like, okay, you clearly, it very much feels like they made the film without any regard for how people would view it in light of the fact that it's based on a true event. And
I feel like
that was just the
that's
excuse they threw out to try and like fan the flames. Snuff out the flames.
Again, that's a tricky one because again you have things like Downfall where it's about World War II from the perspective of Germans. So you know you have a lot of things about.
All right,
Nazis
here's the Dahaka.
and it humanizes them, but it doesn't necessarily say, well, what if they were right or anything like that.
I mean, I contest them saying that it's like all a matter of opinion and all they did was base it off the facts, because they specifically made the single most brutal killer in that entire incident. They tried to make him sympathetic by having him pray to God, and be all like, "Oh, forgive me, Father, for my sins." And I'm like, okay, well, you've just fabricated something and pulled that out of your ass to try and make him more sympathetic, to try and make him some sort of like Hollywood movie character.
No, that's just no.
Ooh. Skills. Yeah, I hate well, honestly, like every single one of Michael Bay's adaptations just seem to be doing that.
As well, though, with the thing about adapting something from real life, especially a tragedy.
You got there in the end.
Timing as well is very important. Like
the people who were affected by that were still alive.
Yeah. Well, like on a far smaller scale, you have MatPat and what he's doing with a certain virus at the moment, and just capitalizing.
Oh, hold on! Whoa! I'm not aware of this. Please tell me more, Senpai.
He has made multiple videos about like which Nintendo character would survive the censored virus, and how World of Warcraft could have prevented it.
What a nutter!
But there aren't that many on it. But I think that's because he's still on the FNAF train.
What's this? Cannot cross the water. This is certain to come in handy.
But it's like, why would you do this?
MatPat.
The guy is mad.
It's not MatPat, it's MadPat.
Exactly.
Oh man, that sounds like a Robot Chicken sketch for Postman Pat.
Maybe he's done film theories on it as well. I don't know. I've only seen the game theory. Not even the videos. I refuse to watch the videos, but like I've seen the thumbnails and they're game theory thumbnails. What else can you say about them?
Yeah, I mean, if you want that stuff to go away, don't watch it. Simple as that, to be honest. Because like the only reason people watch his content is because it is that mad. Like he has no integrity. He knows what he's doing. He's appealing to kids that go, "Oh my god!" It's the Onision tactic. Act mental, and everyone will give you attention, and you get more views.
Yeah.
That was a very Did you see that?
Yeah.
I got smacked in the face by a saw blade and I still recovered.
I do still find the thing about is just the thumbnail for his video on Sephiroth's Meteor, though, just is just a typo in it, so instead of how deadly, it's how deadly. And one of the
I love this so much.
One of the reactions to it that stood out to me was just turning him into Ned Flanders.
Hi diddly ho, Minorino. What a character. What a grade A character.
That's definitely an a word for him.
What would you rather I call him, a creature?
I would certainly hope that with
I would
stuff
certainly
like
like to
that
hope
that
he's
he's doing
human,
it's a
but
character.
we can't be too sure these days.
I would certainly like to hope that what he's doing is playing a character.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine. You know what, I think we've probably done about an hour now.
Probably.
And it's about time too, because your mic is going crazy.
Oh no.
So, would you like to give some closing thoughts? What are your thoughts on Prince of Persia based off of the amount of time you've watched me play it?
There is a lot of climbing and swinging. It looks like a joyful time,
If it's a fight
in
you
spite of what his face looks like.
Goodbye, everyone.
They went.